Welcome back to the channel. This is me, Next Gen Elvo Extreme, and this is episode 2 of MyTeam Career Mode on F1 2021. And yes, for those who didn't watch last episode, I don't know what happened. I seriously don't know. We put a brand new power unit in, and it just went on us. No idea, it was lap 7. We pushed our luck with being super aggressive, so perhaps it was a bit of karma. I just really don't know, folks, but anyways, before we head to the season break, we got a few admin work to do. Start off with, we've got some upgrades we can possibly do. Oh, arrow upgrade failed, so we'll get you done. So go to R&D, arrow. That'll be here way before Spain. And let's just skip ahead a little bit, shall we?
We need your input on how to address an issue concerning our driver.
Some way we maybe push the sportsmen too hard in training. I suggest we give them a break for the routine today, and perhaps give them a breather to recharge the battery. So we can either improve its awareness or its racecraft. I'm gonna gamble this. I think we need him to be aware, so we don't want to burn our teammate out this early on in the season. It's 20, maybe 23 race calendar, depending on when these DLCs come in, but 20 race calendar at least. Yeah, we don't want to force sportsmen out.
I know these kinds of decisions can be challenging, but I think you made the right call.
I hope so as well. I hope so as well. Jeff, this is the weirdest message I've got. You finished the last race with quite a surplus of fuel. If you're comfortable with your fuel management skills, it may be worth considering tweaking your fuel load in future events. Less fuel in the tank means better performance as long as you don't run out. Jeff. Jeff, technically we didn't finish the race. We DNF'd on lap 7 of 29 due to a mechanical failure. And we had a message from Charlie. Sorry we had to retire you from the race, but sadly there wasn't anything else we could do to that point. Key components to wear to a minimum may help to reduce odds of us hitting similar issues in the future, but it's not guaranteed. On a slightly more positive note, we figured out what was wrong with your vehicle, and which will assist us in pressing ahead with development. At least that's a positive note. As well, we've got some activities we can do. I think you just help with the whole team stuff. I don't really want to do the power development. Yeah, because I want to focus on aero and chassis, so 30 resource points, no. Not going to do it, so advance.
We had a major issue on the production line earlier this week, so the entire development package for this weekend has failed. Any redevelopments will need to be ordered from the R&D screen.
Didn't I purchase that one already? No dear. We could do a powertrain upgrade if you want to. Well, actually no, that's not, because obviously what's the point? One, we've got a good engine, we should need to work on some the other areas, I think, so skip ahead a bit.
We had a major issue on the production line earlier this week, so the entire development package for this weekend has failed. Any redevelopments will need to be ordered from the R&D screen. We have a problem regarding our driver. How do you want to handle this?
Sportsman suited to an in-house shooter promotes a new merchandise today, but options come up to have a personal spotlight with a big news outlet. We can only fulfill one. Which one shall it be? Team acclaim plus 20k or second driver acclaim?
Not an easy decision,
merchandise.
but you handled it well.
Yeah,
Thanks.
we needed a team acclaim to get to level 5 so we could get a second sponsor. So it was an MG UK that went on us. Yeah, very also. Yeah, MG UK went out. Fair enough. Anyways, let's progress on again. There we go. So if we go to R&D, got some nice upgrades. So now we want a weight reduction. I ain't gonna be here in time for Spain, but it's gonna be hopefully in here for Monaco. In terms of aero, yeah, we can do the rear wing. And that'll help us as well. That'll be here as well, again from Monaco. So nothing's gonna come for Spain, which sucks, but it's just one of these things, folks.
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car, ready for the next race weekend.
As well, since we got a bit of cash, I was looking at some of the driver perks. So envy responses, nah. Engine wear we can do. So yeah, I'm spending about 800k. But yeah, I think we can do with just get a couple of these perks in. Robert Schwartzman's focus has gone down to 82, so we'll keep an eye on that. But anyways, without any further ado, let's go to the season break since there's no Portimao or Imola. Nope, there's nothing else here, so I'll just skip ahead.
Hey boss,
Money.
I think we could better manage our time by organizing some team activities. Head to the activity screen to see what we have available.
I've got
Hey,
nothing available.
The marketing team wants to run this one past you.
This is the final of the official F1 esports series, and the organisers are very keen to raise its profile. Since some viewers are asking whether or not be interested to deal with Schwartzman, attend and help host the event, what do we think? Reviews, or we can reduce this racecraft by 7. Sorry, but we need Schwartzman's in top
Thanks
shape.
for dealing with that. The department appreciate it.
Especially if we have a bloody another issue like we did at Bahrain. So yeah, some more money and some more R&D points has come in. And I've got a durability department. Everyone wants us.
How do you want us to deal with this one?
Learn skills is a company offering to online lecture material, many of which would be useful development resources for our engineers. Access to returns a one-off license purchase, but we need the personnel to integrate it into the existing development process, so it's not cheap, but it can be really valuable. So yeah, I think
handled that well.
not?
Thank you.
50k for 750 resource points, I can deal with that. So let's head to Spain. Again, I've noticed we can't change the tyre allocations, they're set. Because usually you can go like soft, medium or hard in terms with scouts, so you want more softs, more mediums or hards, but I'm guessing they're all fixed. I'm assuming so, but we'll stop spending money because we need to upgrade the facilities. But anyways, folks, we're into Spain and let's head to the weekend. Usual, we're going to do some practice. We're doing quick practice programs here, and we're just looking at what we can run. There we go. Try to get some maximum resource points if we can. Oh, that did not quite work. Will it work a second time? Oh, we're really losing a lot of time here. Come on, third time's the charm. There we go. That is all the objectives complete for that. So now let's go to. Yeah, let's go to that 100 resource points in 4 minutes and 10. Come on. There we go. See, sometimes it is just a lot of risk and versus rewards. You got 13 minutes to go. Let's risk it on the chassis side. Yes! Insufficient time remaining. That's going to be it, folks, for FP1, so now let's head to FP2. A bit of practice in FP2, and as you see here at the moment, the fastest time is by Bottas, a 15.7. And we have to go all the way down to P18 where we've got ourselves, and up to just now where Schumacher actually improved his time. We was actually doing quite well. We was in P17, just behind
the car settings screen on your multifunction display will allow you to change various settings as you drive. Open the display with the MFD button. You can then navigate up and down to the setting you want to change.
Thank you, Jeff. As I was saying, at the moment we're only a couple of tenths behind Schumacher and Kimi Räikkönen. Giovinazzi did improve slightly by a few more attempts, but just comparing the delta, just at 21.8 in the first sector, we was absolutely flying through there. And actually, this is where the car is actually feeling okay at the moment. It's because we've got that straight line speed, so I think, yeah, even compared to some of the Alpines, we were a lot faster, yeah. You actually had to go all the way to Gasly in the AlphaTauri to actually where we're still faster than Pierre Gasly, so that tells you the straight line ability of the car, or at least the power unit. Through the turns, we still need some air improvements. And
we're 22nd in the speed trap, 205.0 miles per hour.
Thank you, Jeff. But see, in the middle sector, this is where we was okay for the most part, but the last sector, that ninth rear, and now with this handling model on F1 2021, oh, it's a big challenge for us. We have to go so gingerly, even through the hairpin.
There's 2 minutes remaining.
Shut up, Jeff. Left-hand turn at the start of sector 3, even that we have to be a bit gingerly, so sector 1 is where we're absolutely dominant because of our straight line ability in terms of the power unit. Middle sector is okay, last sector is absolutely shite. But anyways, now let's head into FP3. So let's just quickly get us out of the way with. Nope. Thank you. Let's go for 100 resource points. We can do that. Nice. We've got 26 minutes to go in this session. Yes, we could do with yes, work on weight reduction and a drag reduction. 14 minutes to go. Got anything else to do? Yes, we have. Let's go do some engine work if we can. Okay. Let's gamble on 50%. Ah, bugger. Not gonna have enough time, so that is pretty much nearly everything. Didn't get quite the power unit, but we've got power units on the track acclimatization and ERS, so I'm not too disappointed. We've got the drag reduction, we've got the weight reduction, so yeah, overall I'm happy. Resource points by our teammate Robert Schwartzman. Sorry about that, but yeah, 660 resource points by us, 200 by Schwartzman, and that is 860 resource points for practice, and that's going to be a big help for us. And we get some nice discounts here on fuel cells, spark plugs, like 27% off on spark plugs. Obviously, I think these are permanent, so in terms of the discount prices, I'm not in the rush for the power unit, so. And already we're at claim level 3, so hopefully by the end of the race we should be at claim level 4 at least. Maybe even higher, depending on if you get good results here, but yes folks, let's head back to the garage and let's do some admin work before qualifying. Here we're in qualifying folks, we've done 1 or 2 runs. I think we did actually a 1 full run and 1 we aborted, and actually at the moment we are a dismal last place with a 1:18 time here. 3.56 behind the rest, a second behind our teammate. Yeah, it's just not acceptable. We're finding a good time in the first sector, middle sector we're losing 3 times, the last sector we're losing a half second, so here we are again for what is going to be our final run in the session. We've done 2 laps, and this was our second run, and it wasn't that great as you can see here. We made some improvements here, but I thought we've got enough fuel in the car, we've got just enough tire life in tire life, and I'm starting to know the track more, sort of getting more confidence with it, so I'm going to continue on to do 1 more lap, and here we are folks, go swinging right and left up the hill. And now for this sweeping right hand turn, I've been struggling all weekend with a bit of understeer in the car. Initially it was oversteer, but I've sort of tuned the car now to where it is more bit of understeer, because where it's oversteering at the moment it is a bit too much to control with at the moment, just with how the air package is on the car. And see, the first sector is right, second sector we lose a bit of time here, we dip to the gravel on this bit here. This has been mighty key, so all weekend for once actually took it quite nicely, but I think it's a good 100 times I've spun out through that one part alone over this weekend. So when it's out into the final sector, missing the apex on the hairpin, this is going to re-hurt us a bit here. Sorry for that little error there, for some reason that popped up, so no idea what happened there. But it's when now we're approaching the infamous sausage chicanes here. The worst part of the track, the thing that makes Catalunya suck so much, is this part of the track here. But anyways, we navigated through the last turn. Now it's going to be a 17.832. Yes, it is. And also, sorry, 532, and that's going to put us up to P19. I'm really happy with that. But as we are at the end of the session now, we're not going to be into Q2. We already knew that, but where we were going to stand. Good time by Bottas and Hamilton, all that lot. And we actually ended up P20. For some reason I didn't show you it because I was having some recording issues, but didn't quite reach a clean level 4, which does suck a bit. But anyways folks, let's head to the race now.
Fascinating Spanish Grand Prix, a race which saw Max Verstappen win on his first ever appearance with the Red Bull team in 2016. This after the dramatic coming together of Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg on the first lap. Will we see more moments for the scrapbook here today? The Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya, a track that will certainly force the drivers to push themselves. It consists of a very impressive main straight going into turn 1. It's a straight that also offers a DRS zone, so it's likely to be a hot spot for overtakes. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1, so how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are 3 main things to worry about there, Crofty: positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Perez, Verstappen, Charles Leclerc and Norris, Sainz, Vettel, Tsunoda and Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Esteban Ocon and Raikkonen, Mick Schumacher, Giovinazzi, Daniel Ricciardo. They've taken a grid penalty, and Robert Schwartzman, Russell, the Grim Reaper, Mazepin and Nicholas Latifi. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So here we are folks, we're on the grid. It's going to be a one-stop, medium to hard with the rain. I didn't really think about starting on the hard tyres, but I don't know exactly when the rain's going to come. It may come literally within the last couple of laps, it may not come at all, it may come sooner than that. Look at all different possible strategies. What we could do 2-start, mediums, and hoping the rain would come. But yeah, it's just mess around the strategy screen here just for a moment, but I think, yeah, it's going to be medium to hard, and yeah, let's try that and just see where we come out in the race. So here for the start, it's going to be 4, 5 red lights are out, and away we go. And again, I do apologise because during the entire race, I've had glitch issues with the recording, but anyway, so we're sending it into turn 1. I see that we managed to overtake Russell and Ricardo. We had to go really wide there because it was 3 wide there, and that wouldn't have worked if he decided to cut across. Bit of a loose back end at the moment, bit of a collision there with our teammate Schwartzman. Don't think that really made much of a difference there, but it's an okay start for us. We're up into P18. That's where we're going to be for this race. Schumacher is on a different level compared to the rest of us in this Haas, Williams and Extreme Motorsport battle. Alfa Romeo, we should be closer to them already, but in terms of on track performance, yeah, it's just nothing's come to fruition. But anyways, now we're going to have a big moment with our teammate there with Schwartzman. Schwartzman is out of the race. And you can see here a bit of a tap here, so I went wide here. And Schwartzman just cut across.
Is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
And yes, I did try to get a replay, but again with recording issues, the whole thing was skipped through. It didn't save game replay. Game replay issues were playing up. But anyway, now we're back under green flag. We managed to overtake Schumacher as we was really sort of pressing on him. So this should be a wheel away from overtaking him. As soon as we went green, we just went for it, and we needed to make that move done because we're up into P16 now. Ricardo in the McLaren is struggling at the moment on those soft tyres. But anyways, you can see what we can do in this race. I see just again for this first part of the race, the car does not handle great at all. But now we got Schumacher who's going to try to press us. We try to squeeze in, but yeah, so much overspeed on us. We couldn't do really much about that. And there he goes now, and he's a scamper away from us. I'm pretty sure we'll try to keep up with DRS, but I don't think that will come to much fruition in this race. But now we got, what's that, Vettel? Vettel slowing down where one of the Aston Martins are. Oh, big puff of smoke, big puff of smoke there. And that is him out of the race. And yeah, shame for the British team there in our second race in the F1 2021 season. But now we skip to that 15 because not much has happened. A couple of people done the pit stops with soft runners, and now we should be coming on this lap. But what we could actually be doing is coming in at the end of this lap because I got too excited with battling Tsunoda and Norris. Not good day for the McLaren boys, see 11th and 14th respectively at the moment. Tsunoda's overtaken us. We should be fighting them towards the end of the season, towards the mid-season break, I think. But for now, we're battling with a McLaren car. As I say that, we answer wide here. Lucky didn't get any track limits were in there. Lucky we didn't take out Norris. We can see that Norris is getting really impatient. He's faster than us. We should be letting him pass. See now we're getting some tyre wear trouble here, and we're going to box it in this lap. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to do onto another set of mediums because I'm thinking the rain's going to come in 10 minutes. If it comes in 10 minutes, that's going to be about 7 laps so should give us some leeway by about that 23, that 24. So I'm going to risk it. We're going to box for another set of mediums and actually go for it. Schumacher is going to be far ahead, and that is Russell, and the TV is going to come now and overtake us because we had to replace our front wing. I don't know where we got damage from. We did a bit of collision with Tsunoda. Yeah, we had a bit of collision with Tsunoda, but looked in the replay, there's no signs of any significant damage. Yes, a little tiny sharp bite in the wing, but we can't risk it, so we decided to change the wing, and guessing the game decided so. But now we need to chase over Mazepin and the TP, just have a chance of getting P16, P15 here today. I think it's actually P17 actually, but anyways, out. End of lap 18, onto lap 29, we're going to catch Russell, we're going to have DRS, he doesn't have DRS with Mazepin. So now, Russell, we're going to overtake him, go left, go right, where he's going to go, we're going to overtake on the outside, into turn 1. And there we go, squeeze it, and we make contact. I thought I left him playing the ring, but I guess he tried to do a little cheeky lunge there. And that has really bit him in the butt there, I think. But I think, to be honest, we're more at fault there. But he was our chasing Mazepin. And we managed again to squeeze our way past. We're being super aggressive because we need to here. If the race is going to come, it should come within in the next 2, maybe 3 laps. But at the moment, rain isn't not here, so now I'm getting worried. Now we may need to pick pit stop onto soft tires or hards. Which, if you have to, if it's a try, we're going to pit for softs at the end of the race. But a re-hit rain comes literally within the next lap. But now Boss has overtaken us, and we're used this opportunity to overtake the TV. AI here really slowed down for lap cars, and really use that to our advantage. And that is going to be P16 for us, and I think that's going to be the best position we're going to get today. With Norris behind us, he may overtake us. Realistically, it's going to be like a P17. I'd love to chase Schumacher down, but that ain't going to happen. But now Norris is again chasing up our chaff here. Not for the first time in this race. He's going to look on the inside. Nope. He's going to be a bit patient. Perhaps take us out of the DRS zone. We'll go a bit right here, and we made a bit of contact. Maybe a contact. I've seen a little replay here. Yeah, I might have just chopped him off a little bit, but that's he's doing a Hamilton there, I think, at against what was it, Verstappen at Silverstone into Cops. He should have made that move, but the rain is here now, and it is a bit too late. We need to pit because we're starting to lose grip. Tire wear is starting to go off a bit here, and I'm going to pit. Thankfully this time, no front wing change. But it means we're going to come out literally either in last place or next to last place, depending on where Russell is in this race. Okay, Russell's a bit far back, so we're going to stay in P19. But again, this is going to be my criticism of this game. Again, EA, Codemasters, whoever. AI is too robust around here. They're too, just like robots they are. When it's raining, their tire wear is starting to go off, and they still nail all the apex, nail all the acceleration points. And that really grinds my gears. Believe me, that grinds my gears so much. And during this race, we also had a bit of trouble with engineer messages saying we had an engine issue. I thought, do not say we're going to retire again, but no. It seemed to have resolved itself, so that's a good thing. Now we're going to try to chase out the TP. But for some reason in this race, this is my first time actually driving the rain at all in this game. And this is with a dry cell. We did increase the front wing by a click to 7. I think we're around like 7, 8 or 7, 9 wings here. But that's going to be it for us. And that is going to be an okay position, but not really where we should be finishing off. And it's going to be driving on the day is going to go to, I think it's going to go to Ricardo. Yes, it is. But oh, that's a tough race for us, folks. Alright, folks, what a hectic race that was. Well, yeah, just with incidents between me and Russell in the race, between me and Schwartzman at to start with, and even me and Norris. But a bit with me and Norris, he went for a move I wasn't there. He pretty much did what Hamilton tried to do at Verstappen at Silverstone Grand Prix that just went. I'll go for a get I wasn't there, and yeah, I wasn't safe to make a move there like with what Hamilton did. And fortunately, this time it wasn't me who got sent into the wall, it was Norris who got sent off the track. So, but yeah, that was a tough race for us. The strategy backfired on us. It's pretty much safe to say because, yeah, we pitted for inters. What was it? That few laps before everyone else did. Let's have a look at the race directory. Yeah, we pitted for inters on lap 29. And everyone else pitted on that, like 32. Yeah, 32. Schumacher did it on 32 as well, did he? Yeah, 32 as well. So pretty much they all did one lap. So I should stick on to the hards, and then hopefully undercut everyone and stick to the hards, because it's looking to the point where when they were going to pit, I was like, why pit? And obviously everyone else in the top 10 did the same thing. They sit onto the mediums or hards. Hence why Alonso had a little moment with the Tiffy. No, sorry, Mazepin at the end of the race, or the Tiffy. The Tiffy, yeah, he was just on par today. Fair play to him, but anyways, folks, let's go to the garage hand. Let's see what happens here. Actually, quick look at the standings. As we're at the moment, we're still P20, 0 points. But also Alfa Romeo's overtaken us, Haas has overtaken us. So that means that Alfa Romeo has gone up to P8 in standings because they got a P12. So they did. They did keep working the P12. Do you have an P13? Well, we need to close the gap on them, folks. We really need to. That time, our fastest lap was actually okay. 19.9 compared to the 20s. 18.8 by Vettel, yes. 19.7 by Raikkonen. So yeah, we had the pace there, but that first half of the race, the car was just so oversteering, and we really need to focus on the air performance of this car.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you?
Oh yes, we did. Yeah. Who's your compliment? Yeah, the car was sticking to track, even though it wasn't. But we need to compliment the
How do you
aero.
feel the weather affected the outcome today?
Yeah, change strategy because top drivers still perform the best. Very true.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
No comment there, Claire.
You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling for grip?
No comment.
Thank you for your time.
No worries, Claire. Thank you for talking to you as always. But now, with that race, will we get a clean level 5? Doubt it. But we at least clean level 4, folks. Yeah, I think if Sports would have finished, we perhaps could have got P5. Which really sucks. Got 95 grand. Sportsman had a 30 grand deduction for damages. So yeah, we're at 1.04 million now. We really need to focus on the art department, and I want to get the 2 upgrades. But anyways, folks, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have, smash the like button. Feel free to comment down below. And if you want to share it, please be my guests. Not subscribe to the next every week's channel, please do. As we're pushing for 1,000 subs at the end of the year, and I can up with your support, folks. But first, you to do, I have an ACL. But for now, this has been Next Gen Evo Extreme, and I'll see you all very soon.